Hi everyone, welcome to Faith Friday. My name is Father Sam Kachuba. As we keep going through the season of Lent, our different practices of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, they all start to come together for us more and more. We start to become more aware of them. One of the best ones that the church gives us, because it's so simple and it's universal for us, right, is the practice of abstaining from eating meat on Fridays, particularly during the season of Lent. Now, I say particularly during the season of Lent because actually this is still on the books as a law of the church that we would abstain from meat on every Friday throughout the entire year. But let's focus on Lent for a second, then we'll get to the rest of the year. So during Lent, we abstain from meat on Fridays, and it has its origins in the understanding of the flesh, right? So we're saying goodbye to the flesh. We're denying ourselves. We're denying our bodies something during this Lenten season. Not eating meat reminds us of the need to deny ourselves, but it also reminds us of the need to be intentional, to think really carefully about what we're going to do, what's coming next. It means that we've got to think about our meals. It means we've got to think about how we're going to eat. It means we've got to be ready to make a sacrifice, especially if we've got to be out with people or we're at something where other people might not be observing this particular type of fast. So it's good for us to have that. Now, what happens like for vegans or vegetarians or something where it doesn't really affect them as much? Then the church would even suggest make some other form of sacrifice. Since not eating meat is not really a sacrifice for vegans or vegetarians, it's what they do anyway. It's good for them to make some other type of sacrifice. Now, here's where it gets fun. This is a practice that's very good for us during Lent. Why? Because it helps us to be disciplined, it helps us to be intentional, and helps us to remember what this season is all about. So today is a Friday, no meat. But what about through the rest of the year? And here we understand that the disciplines that we take on during Lent are meant to also do something good for us through the whole year. They're meant to change our hearts, that we might walk more closely with Jesus Christ every single day, not just during these 40 days of Lent. The church still gives us Fridays as a day to abstain from meat, though it's no longer considered under the pain of sin. So if I have a cheeseburger on a Friday, I didn't commit a sin, I didn't do something wrong. But the church still asks for some form of fasting and abstinence on Fridays. The easiest way to do this through the year is to simply observe meatless Fridays every single Friday, no matter what. But when we can't, or when we decide, hey, you know what, that burger is looking real good. I do that a lot, maybe more than I should admit. Then it's time for us to adopt some other form of fasting. Friday, in the church's understanding, always relates us back to Good Friday. We look to Jesus on the cross, who suffered and died for us, who gave up his flesh that we might have life, that our flesh could rise with him to new life on Easter, that our flesh could rise with him to new life on the last day. So we give up the flesh, eating meat. And we do that simply as a reminder to focus our attention, even one other day during the week, on the mystery of Christ's love for us. That's the whole point, is that we would look to the cross and remember his infinite mercy, his infinite love, his desire to be with us always. So may your Friday fasting, your Friday abstinence during this Lenten season be something that bears fruit for you, not only in these 40 days, but all throughout the entire year. God bless you.